Good evening and welcome to the Golden Years of Hollywood, although tonight's film, strictly speaking, doesn't belong in that period. It dates back to 1963 and was enormously popular in the 1960s. And that popularity has, I think, increased over the years, and it's still a very popular movie. I know that by the number of requests we get for it and the number of letters about it. Now, there are a lot of stories to tell about The Great Escape, and I only have time for a few short ones. But let them suffice tonight, because I've told a lot on previous occasions when I've presented The Great Escape. Now, one of the things that interests me most about the film, apart from the fact that it's probably the last really great movie directed by John Sturges, who won his way into my heart with Bad Day in Black Rock, Bad Day at Black Rock in particular, the screenwriters. Now, the screenwriters credited are W.R. Burnett. Now, W.R. Burnett, I've mentioned his name many times in my programs on Network 10. He wrote Little Caesar, High Sierra, The Asphalt Jungle, many great crime thrillers. And he's the one who first wrote the script for The Great Escape. However, when the film got into production, there was a problem. And you guessed it, the problem was Steve McQueen. Steve McQueen was fiercely jealous of James Garner, who co-starred with him and Richard Attenborough. And he thought James Garner was being favoured by the direction, favoured by the script. I mean, it really is such a petty story, it's hardly worth telling. But they had to get another writer in, and who should they get but the Australian-born writer James Clavell, mainly to work on special material for Steve McQueen. Now, I don't think Mr. McQueen is the strength of this film. I think it's some of the other people in the cast. Let's take a look at a few of those people who make it so entertaining. I enjoy enormously the laconic style of James Garner. He's always been a favourite of mine, and I can remember in the 1960s being so pleased he was able to go from television, where he was Maverick, to get into feature movies and hit the top again in another direction. Richard Attenborough, truly one of the nicest people I've ever met when I've been interviewing celebrities of various kinds. Donald Pleasence. Now, you put Donald Pleasence in any film and you add a touch of mystery and something edgy. And Gordon Jackson, one of the stalwarts of British cinema and stage for many years. And, of course, on television as well. But there are others. David McCallum is in the film, for example. And here are two people. The one on the left is John Layton, who for some years was a very popular singer in England, particularly. And with him is Charles Bronson. This movie was a turning point, not so much professionally for Charles Bronson, but personally. At that time, Jill Ireland was married to David McCallum, who's in the film, and she was there on location for a while. Charles met her, or Charlie met her, and it was true love. And even to this day, I'm sure he still loves her dearly, and those last sad years must have been a great strain on both of them. But now, let's get back to The Great Escape. We know the music, and I think most of us love it very much. It's a terrific movie, terrific entertainment. Not so much a war film, I think, as an exciting thriller. Well, whichever way you take it, there's something for everybody in The Great Escape.